Right. Okay. Hello, peoples. Good morning. I did not eat breakfast yet, so I don't know how long I should be going before I start making my breakfast. But well, N11, yeah. Why is my editor open here? Is this where the deadlock occurred? I don't know. Let's look at it again. Run deadlock up, 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 up. Alright, set digraph, yeah. Sorry, I have to find some music without chat. Without singing. No, I'm just gonna switch here, I think. Too loud! Oh. Okay. Yeah. I remember, it was just when I added that. This will attempt to change the digraph of G1, and therefore all the elements in G1 must be unlocked. Let's do that. Quit. Yes, I should just not keep everything locked all the time. It's just silly. So all these things should be unlocked. At the moment I do this, bleh. I have to do some rearrangement, I'm afraid. I cannot keep this code exactly the same in terms of the order in which things happen. Well, I can, but then actually, well, yeah. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, I'm adding 11. I want to have it unlocked. Let's not change the order. So I'm just going to make the code really ugly. It's not even necessary, right? I need an N11 here again, and again here. Let's see, where's N11 all used? It's used again there, but I really have to unlock it before that. So let's unlock it just before adding that subgraph. And then I have to lock it again when I use it again. I'm just going to change everything to a temporary unlock. I mean. Okay, all the other elements of G1 also must be unlocked, which means N10 and E3. Any others? Nope. Let's see, where's N10 locked? Here's N10 locked. So I could make that a new scope. And then where's N10 used? There. and again, and again. No, not again. Right, if I refuse to change the order, I have to unlock and 10 also here. And therefore we have to lock it again before I do that. And the last one is E3, which gets locked here. So that is like this, I guess. Shift that, and then where do I use E3 again? E3. It's not used again, so that's finished. Now I have all the elements of G1 unlocked, so I guess this no longer deadlocks. No member named set owner. Where are we? Now let's try hello world. Do quit make hello world. Undeclared identifier unlocked G1. Yeah, well, I have to, unfortunately, then. Oh, yeah, I really have to change the order then, don't I? Or if I said I was going to refuse that, so Okay, let's do 3DD. Let's close everything there. We can shift these back. But and then these are already unlocked. I also have an add that does the logging itself, so I can just remove this and then it should still work actually. So that's make hello world. Oh, then we get that, yeah. Now that oh no, this is not going to work. Yeah, and 11. I moved them all outside of the scopes. So here, this one. I cannot move anything out of. All these declarations. Well, maybe the locked things, but the unlocked ones have to be in this scope. Which means that N10 is no longer existing here, but I don't need that here. See, this is the scope of N11, so I also have to close that one here. And then we get a seemingly impossible thing. That is, if I declare N10 here in order to use it there, and then I have to close that N10 scope and therefore also close the scope of unlocked E3. But we can do an inline lock. So I'm going to use N10. It would be pretty nice if we could just always have unlocked versions, right? So I don't have it locked here. Why isn't there an unlocked version for the edge pointer? Shouldn't be bothered with that. If I have it locked, okay, but I don't have it locked, so I don't want to be required to lock it. Is that reasonable? I think it's reasonable. I'm not sure though. I only needed read locked to begin with. Okay, let's just pass unlocked versions here, because I have those. Well, unlocked. And then I extend edge pointer to accept unlocked nodes. I think the users should be working with unlocked nodes as much as possible. Maybe even maybe I should even make it work exclusively with unlocked stuff. So you can even add attributes to it without locking them. Nah, maybe not. But this seems very reasonable. This seems very reasonable. Okay, I'm going to do this first, and then I'm going to change all the unlocks to just unlocked E3 becomes just unlocked, becomes just E3, and I'm going to change these variables to what I normally do, namely E3_W. This whole unlock stuff is just crazy. Also not what's the word? Can't think of the word. Convention. Wow. I remembered it. It's not a usual usual convention that it's not a convention that I usually use. I think that's the word I was looking for. I have a naming convention that's never using unlocked before. Okay, edge pointer constructor. Oh, that takes a port. Okay, yeah, well, interesting. So my port can be constructed from CRED, and I want to extend that to something that takes an unlock type. Let's just add that on, I guess. No, let's do it the other way around. This can just be an inline function. Actually, it's a constructor. So implement this constructor in the other constructor where we lock it, like that. Lock. Okay. Well, now it should work. Dang, what the hell? No matching constructor for initialization of .edge pointer. No, I just added it. Candidate constructor not viable. No known conversion from .node pointer to consumer first argument. Candidate constructor, candidate implicit, candidate not viable. And then it stops, it's as if there is no other edge pointer. Maybe I made 2 edge pointers. This is the dot edge pointer. What did I change? I jumped to an edge pointer. No, I didn't. I jumped to a port. There's no problem. There's only one port. It's a node pointer. Why am I using a node pointer? Now I'm confused. Node pointer unlocked type. Well, it's a node pointer, isn't it? Unlocked n10. It's a node pointer. Do I have a node pointer? 2 of them here, another one, and I pass those to the constructor of edge pointer dot edge pointer. This is dot edge pointer, and what I really need is a port. So I'd say, well, then go and make a port. And port, lo and behold, does not take a node pointer. It takes unlock type of the node pointer. Whoopsies. So I need this. I want to use the same variables everywhere, so what the hell do I use normally for a node pointer? Nobody knows. Grab node pointer. Node pointer, anyone? Node pointer, okay. Definitely a possibility. Yeah, that's how it works. Node pointer dot item. Make. Link. Have a look at the chat. Oh, there's nobody here. Well, actually there are people, but I didn't chat. Hello people, how are you? Let's see. Not chatting is a good thing, by the way. So don't feel obliged to say anything. Let's see. Search for the new deadlock, I guess. The next deadlock. There it is. Up. We are deadlocking in while trying to lock this inside add. So we are trying to set the first argument of add is already locked up. Looks like not locked, but it is still locked. So yeah, cool. Should not do that, I guess. So here it is locked. And And it is locked because I need it for table A, and table A is then being used there and even there, but here it does not need to be locked anymore. However, table A is also not used later on. However, I can hardly do this because then we don't have V1 second W anymore. If I will need that, of course. Well, maybe I don't need it, or I can lock it again. Let's see where I use that one. Down there, and nowhere. So that's probably solving it. So I have an unlocked table, lock it here, do stuff with it. Make V1. Where's my V1 then? V1 is somewhere up there. I set attributes on V1. And my God, what is this doing? It used to look like simple code, but then I added thread safety, and now nobody can read it anymore. It's not the real API. It's first layer API. Second layer API is more important. So I'm gonna make that better readable, I think. So this is another deadlock, and now we are in another add. Oh, it looks like no, it's the same thing, but table B. Hopefully same kind of solution then. And we are at the end of main. Whoa, we are almost done with the deadlocks. Many days of not being able to run Hello World. This is going to be the first time I can run any program at all since I added thread safety. Okay, table B is still locked, and I don't want that, so we add a scope around it. Close that before I use it again. So it is unlocked now. And that removes table B, but that's okay because we don't use table B below here. In fact, it seems I'm not even using table B below this point, so why not close it there? Maybe even safer, otherwise you might deadlock on whatever you do after that. What about this one? Table A. Well, I'll also need a table A here. Well, not really, but I could swap this like I did to below, but like I said, I'm not going to swap any line. So here I do the link container before I do something with the V, and here we do first something with V and then we link the container. Nah, blah. I don't think it makes any difference. I could move this line up, but well, okay, let's not do that then, so at least not now. Okay, shall I just check it? Now we get the core dumps. Now we get the core dumps. Okay, then I'm going to first do what I just said. Rename everything. It's not as easy as it sounds. We do it manually. Then it's easy, but a lot of work. Yeah, I have to look for all the unlocked type occurrences with an accessor type after it. If I check if all the write logs are required here, I think so. Add attribute requires write logs, so most of them probably do. And 11, E3, add attributes, it's all add attributes. And 10, I don't think N10 here requires a write log. Even more, I think set nodes also take support. Takes just ports, yeah, so I don't need to lock this. Unlocked N10. Which then read logs it. E5, E1, most of those, yeah, still all add attributes. Now I have to rename all of them. That is, now I have a G0 and I want to rename G0 arrow. That's probably, I can do that, right? I mean, globally, substitute G0 arrow. Getting a slash there. And then there now everything is write log. This one also write log arrow. Cool. Still pretty much automated. Except this one. So that's now G0 underscore W. And then N. Can I do that? N? I guess N is just a single character. It might just work. So percentage substitute slash N arrow with N underscore W arrow. Yeah, I think that worked. Except for this one. W. And then we get N2. Substitute N2 arrow. N2 underscore W arrow. And then the same thing for E1. So I look here. No. I'll just have to do it for everything manually, I think. Maybe I should start with doing this one. W, go to the next one. First W and then the percentage thing. And this one's called E2. There. And then we go to the next one. That's N10. N10 underscore W. And I don't get a percentage like that. I meant colon 10. Unlock type W. Nobody knows what happened, but if I press the other button, we go back. Let's do N11. I accidentally pressed page down. I still don't know what happened, but I just pressed page up and hey, we got back. I mean control page down even. I guess I switched to a different tab or something. I guess. Seems likely. Okay, E3. E3. Unlocked type G1. G1. Hello, Lion. What's your name? Carlo. What is G1? I have done G1. Let's go to E5. Underscore W percentage E5. 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 There's an N11 here. That's again not necessary. Let's not do the N11, just pass an unlocked. Unlock the N11. Now, what was the last one I did? I think E5. This one is already an underscore W, this one too, this one not, so let's do the table A. Make it underscore here, and then we do the percentage thing, or table A. A. And then I go to the next one and I press again on page something. What happened then? It's in a little top here, top change. No, I was going to press that button. Well, that will be. B and B. Next. Yeah, we're almost at the bottom, I think. Yeah, that was the last one. And then I can remove all the unlocks, but before I do that, I probably should test if it still compiles, so I've got something. Right. Yeah, that's totally forgotten. How many of those will I get? So here I'm looking, passing N. Unlocked. There was an edge pointer, right? I wanted to do an unlocked, pass unlocked anyway. Let's do unlocked. Here's another one, but this one must be like that, or maybe it doesn't. Well, it does if N isn't locked anymore, but it is still locked, so might as well test that case as well. And then this one, yeah, okay, so there's a lot of stuff I forgot. I just changed things that are arrows. No, this is kind of silly again, but why is it even like that? Nobody gets it. good thing I tried to compile, because after this I will rename unlocked E5 to E5, and then we had E5, E5. So I really have to rename that one to E5 underscore W before I do that. I don't think the V1 was part of it. No. Nope. Didn't get all of them. I just looked at the second arguments. Yeah, we still have to lock things past to edge pointer, but hey, we have to test that as well. Or test that. Test is a big word, but it seemed to work, so. What is that? Unusual, undeclared, what? I forgot to do this one. I forgot to do the whole E4 apparently. So there's only 2. So another E4. No. Okay, and then hopefully it even crashes at the same place. That's the only thing I can test. Actually, that looks a little different, or not? I thought I had like 3 lines of output. I can scroll up till the last time I did run Hello World. Make. Yeah. Looks totally different. Totally different. 3 lines. I had like loads of lines of output, and now suddenly it goes wrong immediately. And the only thing I did is rename variables. Oops. Definitely did something wrong then. How the hell can this compile if I made a mistake? Is Sirius is completely changing how it works. Notice entering .graph item. Is that still the same? N1G0 and 1G0 and then crash. Well, that is a deadlock, I mean. What the hell did I do? Should have committed so I could look at the diff. But no, I didn't. Well, I don't know. I did something and now the deadlocks are back. Deadlocks are back. Deadlocks are back. Well, what's the other one? It is a deadlock. Oh, I thought we were done with the deadlocks. So we're not done with deadlocks. What was I thinking? Ah, I get it. Yeah, indeed. So N is still locked, and I was passing that, and I thought, well, why would I do that? But if I don't do it, then it's going to deadlock. So unlocked N, so that was, I guess, Well, let's then do what it was. It's not consistent, but it tests more ish. Let's go back to NW. And it makes an edge from oh yeah, I have a little circle there. So node n points to itself. No, make. Now you get the same thing. So I think that was the last one, but it is still a deadlock, so I also have to look into this one. Oh, right body 2. That is the last line in main, at the very least then. This tries to lock item R, read lock, which is element of items, which is just all the items of any graph. In other words, you cannot do right body 2 while having locked anything at all. I have to close all the scopes for doing that. Oh wait, I still need G0W. Put that on here then. Also no reason to do that. Might as well put this on here. It's kind of absolutely ridiculous looking now, because I add an attribute here and then I add an attribute there, which makes you think, well, maybe I should just unlock everything as soon as I use it, so like here. But then I cannot do that anymore. So yeah, I don't know. What the hell, man. Just do it like this. Interesting. It's still deadlocks, but without asserting. A new type of deadlock. And now, what is this? Core dump. Allow deletion. Count as less or equal previous count fails. So previous count is 0. Oh, what? Is uninitialized. What the hell is that? Looks like nonsensical. I don't know why it prints that. I think previous count must be 0, even though the debugger says it's not. So what are we in? Up. Allow deletion is called here, and that is in unlocked base. An unlocked base is being destructed. No, I don't get it. You think it's possible that this base is already, that M base is already destructed? No, that should not happen. It should not happen because it was inhibited. The deletion was inhibited, so if it was already destructed, then allow deletion should, yeah, assert actually. Wait. Oh. Yeah, might could be. I was printing the wrong thing. I was printing count. I meant to print M count. Down. Ooh, yeah, it looks uninitialized. So, maybe the M bases were already destructed. And that should never happen. How do we test that? It's not printing a lot about destructions. Cannot believe I do not checked it in a different way. If it gets deleted, then I set count to as deleted. It doesn't look like as deleted. It says deleted. And we had something else. So I don't think it was deleted. It was totally uninitialized or had a really weird value. So this is the value. It's not, does not spell deleted. Yeah, well, I'm going to look at the assert. It's set paranoia check, right? So this doesn't even explain. This should never fail. It's really weird. Really weird. Going to try the debug once, maybe run it through yeah, I can't think of the word again, so I'm so getting Alzheimer. What is that called again? Valgrind. Valgrind, yeah. So run it through Valgrind. That should tell me what's going on, I suppose. Okay, let's try it like this again. This is just a deadlock, though. Something really weird is going on. No, well, maybe yeah, well, I think we have uninitialized values here because this is behaving differently than the previous one. Had a core dump, and now we don't have a core dump. This is in Vutex. Up. pthread a mutex lock full. Go work with the mutex lock. So deadlock, because this one is already locked, and that looks like uninitialized. That's of course not locked this often. Yeah, now well, there's our uninitialized stuff then. Up. So this pointer of this mutex is already deleted, I think. Or it got overridden with something. Its size is a string. But yeah. I want to detect which thing it is. AI mutex up. Mutex returns a reference, so it could be a reference to something that's already deleted then. Table elements, attribute list. Loads and loads of errors. Invalid read of size 4. Fetch add, send atomic base in ++, thread save unlocked, increment ref by main. And the address is 120 bytes inside a block of 128, which was already freed. Operator delete void pointer unlocked. There is an unlocked that was destroyed. And the destroy happened where? Allow, because of allow deletion. Because an unlocked base was destroyed. Because a const item pointer was destroyed. Because item pointer was destroyed. Because item pointer template was destroyed. Because A was destroyed, which happened in hopefully there. Let's open a new tab. I thought I should test you. I don't need that anymore. Oh, V1 went out of scope somewhere. It's not entirely clear. Where we are destroying stuff, I must say. Log with allocked at 16. Yeah, that's useless. 123. That's where it just came from. So this allocates something because we are constructing 3 A's. Nah, that should never. A is impossible to be destructed unless you leave the scope of V1 here, which is done like there. And then apparently right dots is trying to access my array. Okay, we cannot do that. You cannot destroy an array and then write it. Yeah, true. That is true. It's not even allocated here. This means this is just on stack. I should not leave this scope. So even though all the what types should be unlocked and therefore left scope, I cannot leave this scope here. Is this my first array or vector? Do I have arrays in the first place? I think I don't. Good. Well, vector then. Yep, 2 vectors. They both must survive. Can I destruct level 2? I think so. That should make a copy, right? Add attribute. The construction attribute, which takes a string by value. No, takes a string view. Whoops. But the value is then stored in a string. So level 2 can be destructed. which is a standard array. Let's look if I have another standard array. Yeah, also a label. I thought I had a comment somewhere. A comment that says that the lifetime of the array of the vector must surpass, etc. Probably belongs to table node pointer then. Or something table node-ish. That's my vector. So here I have a vector v1. Here, link container. It is the link container member function store a reference to container, which may therefore not be moved or destroyed after this call. Well, that's the comment I meant. Pretty sure. Yeah, so I can close the. That's so not going to work, of course. I need unlocked E5. Down below here, and otherwise I need E5 on E5 double underscore W or not. No, let's just see what I'm missing here. V1 label and V1 are alive. We use that. No problems with that. Unlocked. Okay, that's a problem then. We don't have G0 underscore W, and I don't have this. And this is V2, label 2, unlock table. Also no problem. Here's again a problem then. So this can just be done outside of that scope. Adding the table and setting nodes on E5, like after adding the table. It's just kind of a test. Normally I would do that somewhere else, but the order should not matter. Therefore I'm testing that I'm doing this in weird places like there. But because I closed the scope of E5W already, and then we have to lock that again then. I even closed the scope of unlocked E5 right there, so they can also not do that because you need E5 and I need G0, but G0 is completely on top of that scope. what I can do is close the scope there, and then we have this as well, and then close that scope here. Is this required? This add, I mean, I'm only really passing right lock E5 because I have it anyway. Because I have it anyway. So I probably I need it here. Okay, so then I might as well do that. Okay, so I need E5 again, like here. Now unlocked E5 that is used here is still alive, right? Yeah, that's now in this scope. And I need to lock G0 again. Every time, kind of. G0 underscore W. That's that. Do I need that everywhere? Yeah, I close it here, so now I don't have it anymore. I don't know. Let's lock it again. No, that doesn't make any sense. It's still locked here even. I don't need this. It's still locked, I think. Of course, that's in the top scope. Just E5 was a problem. And that still works. That still works, and here we have this one that also still works. And nobody knows what this is. Nothing. So that should be it. You can only hope, right? Make. We don't have a make here. Make hello. Good. Yeah, I just closed that. Could someone tell me why the hell I'm closing it here? Why? Why? I don't get it. I think I'm doing something horribly wrong. This is supposed to close E5W, I think, scope, or actually no, it's like the what? Yep, this is not. That is the big scope. Unlocked E5. Shortly locked. Because this must be in this scope. Yeah. So we can lock that one again. But I missed one, right? I missed unlocked N11, which is also already out of scope. I think the N11 is the last one then. Yeah. I can't deal with that. I'm gonna move this one. Finally we do a reorder because seriously I had enough. And now we have still a deadlock. Again. Right here while trying to lock item pointer. But unlocked table A. Table A is still locked at this point. Hello. Yeah, unlocked. Yeah, it is totally locked. That's why. And I didn't get it. I said, I don't get it. Remember that. Okay, so now unlocked table A is unlocked, really unlocked, and then we can do this and use it here. No. And now we have another deadlock again. Hopefully that's not the same thing as last time. But it is uninitialized. Again. Still. Oh, the comments already begin before it outputs stuff. And then it goes wrong. Yeah, same thing. Read, invalid read. Address, again, 120 byte int2. It's the same thing. Nothing changed. Destructor. Slightly different. It was allocated in 131 and destroyed in 127. Oh, really? So it seems kind of unlucky, but allocated or not? Wait a minute. That's a different thing. Nope, nonsense. Twice 127. Really weird, really weird. Is that the same array? That doesn't work. It's the same array. V1 is still destroyed. I don't think so. No. No, it's not. What the heck? Under 31 is doing something with something that is already destroyed. And it is, well, freed. It is freed in because unlocked was destroyed and so on and so on. Which is an A. Which is that V1 array. But why would an A in that V1 array be destroyed at that point? It's just, it's nonsense. It is absolutely nonsense. Why is that the case? Is this a temporary or something? Maybe it's a temporary A and not the A that is actually inside that array. Wait a minute. No. That makes no sense. Anyway, yeah, it is while accessing. While accessing some node item. So look at this line. This makes no sense. This makes no sense. Looks like item here returns something that is freed. V1 is very clearly still alive, so it must be a temporary, but then why is V1I pointing to the wrong item? So it looks like this is creating a temporary A, and then that is copied, I think. Probably copied into A, might even be moved afterwards. Oh, wait a minute. It is never detected. Yeah, I think I get it. I did add support for arrays, and then you have to use CPP GraphVis array instead of utils array. I never added CPP GraphVis vector. Not yet. I need to add that and DQ. And that then must detect when something is constructed inside its registered memory region. That is definitely missing, although I'm still a little bit confused why. I had expected it to be transferred already anyway. But okay. Apparently that did not happen. So this item might be pointing to the original construction, and that did not get updated when it was, well, it would be updated when it was moved, but maybe it wasn't moved. Maybe it was just copied into the vector. And then you have a duplicate. That creates a duplicate, so that would have created a duplicate. No. That we should have, yeah, we should have detected that something is copied into memory area allocated by the vector of v1, and then we detect where that is, which index, and then we update this item, and that never happens. So that item is then pointing to probably a temporary without graph. Or maybe it got added to the root graph. I want to see if the rest works, so let's see. No vectors. I think that got rid of the vectors, right? Yep, that works. At least I don't know how it looks like. History grab my history does not exist. Yeah, I don't have it anymore, I guess. Dot. That's also not very smart. Just type it in. Type it in. Do I still know this? No, I don't know this. I need my history. No. Been working too long on stuff. No, yeah, okay. Oh no, I really need to remember stuff. I think the trick was hello world right to repo base slash 1 2 3 repo base. No, was it not repo base? It's top projects. Top project, that's the correct thing. Craft dot and dot type png output top project craft png and the big view dot project. Oh, we don't get to see anything. Why not? Don't have an input. I think I can put the input here. Yeah, well, That's not that bad, but what is this? Plus I cannot remember how it should look like. No, definitely not correct. So E1 was pointing from end to end. I'm not sure what maybe this one existed too, I don't know anymore. But the 0 is definitely not correct. I want to have a label and everything. So what the hell is that 0? Digraph is 0. It's E5. How can I have a 0 here? I'm using unique IDs for everything. I'm pretty sure that if the digraph is has ID 0, then nothing else has 0, as you can also see if you ask me. So this looks like an edge from G0 to G0, which is bullshit. The graph here is G0, the root graph. So ID 0 is G0. And then why the hell would E5 point from 0 to 0? Let's have a look at E5, I guess. E5, add attribute. E5, just look for E5. Because I never called set nodes on it. By never calling set nodes on it, it has nodes 0 and 0. Apparently. Yeah, okay. So the whole E5 should not have been part of this as well, because it kind of belongs to the tables. Okay. Okay. So not a label missing here. The label between N2 and N10. Maybe we just didn't add a label, but still. Between N2 and N10. N2 and N10. N10. There's N10. Gonna look for N10. It's N10 and N11. There's N2. N2 and N11. That's E4. Yeah, I have a watt, but I don't have a label. Nah, let's add a label. Let's just add a label. Oh, I know what it is. Label. Yeah, there was probably nothing. Just it did not have a label. And well, maybe I should keep it like that. As in, if I make everything the same, then I have to test not having a label. Okay, so I'm kind of happy, I think, with the renaming stuff. I think we can go ahead and remove the unlocked. Although I didn't test this stuff now, but it compiled, so probably all good. So let's remove unlocked. So unlocked underscore becomes nothing. I'm an idiot that I do that without first committing. Okay, let's actually commit first then. I want to look at just, man, there's already so much. About this. Does commit. Who cares? Well, should I look at it? Theoretically, I should look at it, but I don't want to. VIP on thread safety. There, committed. I can go here, and then we do that again, or not. Yeah, like that. Now every time I access a member, I kind of need to have it locked. But if the underscore W is not followed by a minus sign, then it is not an arrow, then it is not 100% necessary that it was locked. Except maybe in this case. But what if it wasn't locked? Do I have an add that just takes a single argument? Well, I'm passing N and NW here. What? Add, yeah, here, same thing. But not here. So it's already possible, probably. So I have this add which takes 2 arguments just for the case that it is already locked and I don't want to unlock it. Otherwise I can just not pass the second argument, which is of course way better, looks way better. Yeah, then I have to make sure that it's not locked. But, for example, you could improve this code by just adding it there, because I made it so that the order doesn't matter. So I can just add N, I'll have an N, add it. And only then log it and start adding attributes and stuff. So this should also work. Because, well, why not? Or not? Well, why not? Well, I'll tell you why not. What is this? No name type in what? It looks like it doesn't have anything to do with what I just changed. Oh. Never mind. Okay, I think we can fix it. Type becomes oops, unlocked type. Yeah, I removed a bit too many unlocks there. Ouch. Okay, what is that? What is that about? Only call get value if has key returns true. Oh, that's a what again. It was a once I need to have a what before I can add something. Yeah, this is for just for debug output. I think I should fix that by not requiring it. Not really. Let's say down here. So I'm trying to print something here. Why am I printing that? This is just add graph item. Ja, het is wel goed met je, zeggen ze dan in Dutch. Let's see, do I have another get value here? I think so, but not here. So let's switch to F8. And now we have an have key. Oh, disappointing. Oh, I can just do get, yeah. Not get value, but get and then pass the default value. So we do get what, comma, no what. And then at least we don't crash. At least not there. And not at all even. Okay, so that was the only place where something went wrong. So that perfectly works well, as you can see. Yeah. But let's have a look at how often that happens. So we have an underscore W followed by anything but a minus sign. Oh, that's for the constructions, of course. But here's another one. So E1, I could do. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm just constructing that from. Yeah, really I would like to have NW and underscore W unlocked again, and then just construct it from ends. Could do that here as well, It's just N, I could just close. I think I can do that now. So how often do I need that thing? I need it again here. Yeah, that's the whole point, right? So then I just let's start doing something sensible. I don't know. I'm gonna replace these things so I can close the scope. That's a bit early, isn't it? Let's open a new scope. Because I need to balance it. Although yeah, let's try this one. Well, that's just N then, and then really you would like to have also N2 closed. If at all possible, so we can just pause here and 2. And now we have here E1, so I would like to have E1 closed. So I can pass, I don't have E1 at all anymore. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, that's not good. This is the unlocked version. And then we have, you don't have to pass that anymore. And N2 was already closed, but same error. I put N2 inside the scope. Did I do something here as well? Nope. N11 is outside it, so this is like that. And then we do stuff for N2 and do stuff for E1. And then we do stuff for E2. So yeah, this is just having to go there. And as soon as I'm done with E2, I should close it again. But since I'm passing E2 here, I should close it here. I jumped to the top. You gotta be kidding me. Oh wait, I'm not looking for the right thing. That, okay, declarations. All in their own scope. G1 hardly has its own scope now, so maybe I want that. Yeah, it feels like that brace should be should be there, and then all of this should be shifted back. Okay, now we wonder where the hell is N11. Oh, I did put that all the way up here. Why actually? Because then I had one big scope, but now I don't have one big scope anymore. So let's move N11 down. Yeah, it becomes better readable now. Then we have E3, and I used to put what directly against the allocation or declaration, but and then an empty line because other attributes follow. Now it looks kind of silly. Might as well remove that empty line. Just put the what at the top and then the other attributes follow. Yep, E1 is not locked anymore here, so let's move those here. So that's E2, goes there. Yeah, I want this to be there right in front where I log it. Therefore this must go somewhere else. I could put it here or anywhere where I want actually. No, that's not true. I cannot put it here. Must be unlocked. And must be unlocked before we add it. Or add it before we lock it. Yeah, so now I'm now I'm reordering stuff anyway. I'm gonna going to really change everything. Could of course put all of them way down, but okay, let's not make it look like you have to create all of them before you add them. It's not true. Maybe I should not do that. Yeah. Well, let's forget about that one. I'm just putting them directly below where I made them. I don't know. Into seems to make sense. Okay, create an 10, create an 11, create E3. And now we create a subgraph. Then add stuff as well. And we add it to G0. Looks it. A variable name you cannot. You can print types, but not variable names. You have to hard code it in, I'm afraid. Although there would be a way, there would be a way using debugging information. So you compile it with -G. And then use a library to read the debug info. But then you're writing a half debugger just to print the name. So that's kind of silly, isn't it? Yeah, but that's preprocessor stuff. In the end, you still have to pass a string literal. Then. I mean, the hashtag variable name is a string of the variable name, but then it's a string literal of the variable name. This just reduces the amount of typing, but the macro, but. It's almost orthogonal to what you ask, if you ask me. So you can do, so you have a variable foo called luxit, and then you call a function. And then you want, you have, of course, define that function somewhere. It takes a foo. So this is what you asked. Print the name of the variable or not. Is that nonsense? I mean, this is how you allocate it. You could say, yeah, I don't want to print luxit here, I want to print foo. I don't think that's what you wanted. I think you want this. So the only way you can do that is by adding debug code to foo, to the class foo itself, so that you can pass an argument with whatever you want to print. I think that's an essential remark here, that you really have to just simply pass a string. There's no way around that. and then you can print it. If you store it inside foo, of course. And then you say, yeah, but I can make a macro like declare foo, luxit, and then I don't have to type luxit twice. Well, that's true. That's true. But you already knew that, and doesn't have nothing to do with the fact that you still have to pass it as a string literal. And now the macro is doing that, but you still pass a string literal to foo. Foo still has to store it. You could do it without the macro and without it. You can print luxit here, but then you need to run a half debugger. And you have to compile the code with -G for that to work. And I'm even wondering, actually, maybe it's not even possible. I think it would work for global variables, but not for local variables. No, I'm not sure. Debuggers can work with that, right? I can just print and go into debugger and then here say GDB print luxit, and then it knows what I mean. But I'm not sure if that is smartness of GDB itself, or that it really can look up the name in some table that is stored inside the program. I mean, this is like, say, main. And we need a struct foo. So now I can compile that. So mon g++ g. What is that? Variable location views. I'm not sure if dwarf, that's the whole thing. I mean, I bloody wrote a dwarf decoder, but I cannot remember that the names are in automatic variables names are in dwarf. Maybe -G GDB. I don't see it here. Thought I'm looking at it and I'll probably know, but no. Oh, here it is. -G GDB. I mean, that looks like a maximum amount, isn't it? Or maybe -G level. -G level, -G GDB level. Request debugging information and also use level to specify how much information. Default level is 2. 1, 2, 3 includes extra information such as all the macro definitions present in the program. Okay, we're not using macros. And if you use multiple dwarf does not accept and concatenate debug level to avoid confusion with. Instead use -G level. Additionally, no, we can go for just the maximum, and I like the GDB thing. So we do that 3, and then let's say -C, because whatever the output is, it should. No, move to CPP. This is the output. All that debug output should be in this file, right? But it is binary elf. So we can do a read elf drop.o, and then we want maximum output. What the hell? Maximum output. What do we need? I like wide. Well, let's do a demangle. And all. I hope all gives me everything as much as possible. That includes -s symbols, so that should be good enough, right? And then the question is, do we have Luxit in it? Crap, Luxit. Nope. So not even with maximum debug output, the variable name is in it. Maybe there's even a better way to do this now I think about it. I'm not convinced actually. I mean, at the very least we should see foo, right? Foo is there, f is there. We see f and we see foo, but no Luxit, the variable name is not there. And then you can do strings. That prints all the strings that it finds. So if that would contain Luxit, then we still have a chance. Nope, it's just not in there. To this, I'm pretty convinced that the answer is absolutely clearly sounding nope. You have to pause it yourself. As in, Luxit. That's the only way. And then you can store it here. It's a literal, so you can just store it. You can just store the pointer because it's a string literal. If it is a string literal, of course, but we assume that here. And now you can print it because it exists. So now compile it again. I don't even need the GDB3. Strings, there it is, Luxit. Yeah, we'll literally put it in, so yeah. And I think that read elf is also going to return it. Oops. No! Well, that's impossible. Come on. Read elf all. That should print the string literals in the program as well, shouldn't it? I'm shocked. Nope, there's no symbol for it. No, okay. I'm going to eat breakfast because my stomach tells me so. Also been postponing it because I need to cut up an apple and wash grapes. All kinds of hard work like that. but then I'll be back after that, okay?